Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Felix Event Center for tonight's Pac-West Conference men's basketball matchup between the visiting Urban Knights of Academy of Art University and your Azusa Pacific University Cougars. Before we introduce tonight's starting lineups, would you please stand and remove your caps as APU alum Joel Simeone leads us in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare bombs were singing in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for Academy of Arts. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Carson, California, number 3, Uchenna Ogunemi. At guard, a 6'4" senior from Corona, California, number 5, Kendall Brown. At guard, a 5'11" junior from Pismo Beach, California, number 11, Kobe Williams. At guard, a 6'4" junior from Santa Rosa, California, number 22, Keel Long. And at center, a 6'8" junior from Castro Valley, California, number 33, Cameron Niven. The Urban Knights are led by head coach Julius Barnes and assisted by coaches Anthony Lorenzo and Amir Shamsuddin.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance to your dance at the
And
Space
now,
Jam.
here's the starting lineup for Azusa Pacific. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Ocala, Illinois, number 1, Harriman LaFlame. At forward, a 6'9" senior from Lucic, Serbia, number 13, Tatar Lutasic. At forward, a 6'9" sophomore from Santa Clarita, California, number 21, Salam Mahmoud. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Portland, Washington, number 23, Corey Lerdo.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, back inside the Felix Event Center alongside Josh Baker. My name is Steve Stillwell. Pac-West Conference action underway tonight in the 2017-2018 season as the Cougars welcome in the Urban Knights of Academy of Art. The ladies took care of business by 47 points earlier in the evening. The men look to do the same. Cougars coming in with a 4-4 record overall. Academy of Art 1 up and 6 down.
5 down.
5 down. Okay, I just can't read.
It's all right.
My glasses haven't come in yet. So,
Are we really that old?
I just hit 40 this year.
Whoop! Wow.
Maybe I'm older than you are.
No, you're not.
Julius Barnes is the head coach of Academy of Art. Justin Leslie in his customary position. Home team. Cougars in their whites. Academy of Art in the black. Guitar, freshly shaven, head. I've never seen him like that.
Where's the orange socks, dude?
He's got the green shoes. I think it's a trade-off. Mawugbe Up, didn't win the tap. Urban Knights win the tap, so they get the basketball first to start this first half. Urban Knights moving the basketball. A long three is up and off the back of the iron by Kobe Williams. And here come the Cougars into the front court, led by Darian McLean. Corey Langerveld right in front of the Urban Knights bench, knocks it down from downtown. Cougars lead at 3-0.
A quick, easy basket. Corey Langerveld wide open. Somebody didn't pick him up in transition. Cougars will take that 3-0 lead all day long.
Cougars looking to get back above the 500 mark. Williams drives, kicks it out. Another long three, pretty much from the same spot, same result. Short. It's going to be knocked away and out of bounds by the Urban Knights Cougar ball.
Well, and the Cougars have come out in a 2-3 zone to start this game defensively, and the Urban Knights, I don't think they were ready for that just yet. They haven't figured it out. 2 threes from the exact same spot on the floor from the right wing. 2 different players, but same results.
1 minute gone by, and there's a turnover by Darian McLean. Kobe Williams comes away with it. Floater too strong. Here comes Will Ferris with a rebound.
Good D by Qatar there.
Langerveld up top, Qatar. Far left wing. And now down to Selim. There's going to be a whistle and a hold. You heard a collective O from the Urban Knights bench the moment the whistle went.
Well, Mawugbe kind of got caught in no man's land. He was double teamed and got bailed out by that call.
Langerveld with a basketball. Up top, Ferris. Faked out Okaneme. Will still with a basketball. 5 to shoot. Now Pitar got to do something with it. Puts it up. Long three. Looks well short. And it barely hit the front of the twine. Not a good offensive possession for Azusa Pacific.
Well, and that's really not Pitar's fault. He just happened to have the ball in his hands the last 2 seconds of the shot clock. Cougars did not do a good job moving the basketball in that possession.
6'2" junior Zuri Williams checks in for the Urban Knights. He's got the basketball now, swings it over to the far side. Too long. Back over to Williams. Down to the far corner. Nice ball movement to get things going for the Urban Knights. Williams over to Kobe Williams. 4 seconds, they've got to do something with it. Long three by Zuri Williams is no good. A rebound pulled down by Ferris. Here come the Cougars, leading it 3-0. Ferris a long three off the back of the iron.
The Cougars could get that shot every time.
Darian McLean, steal, scoop, and score. He has been such an addition here for Azusa Pacific on this offense.
Transfer out of San Diego Community College. He is lightning quick. And such a pest defensively.
Yes. Once again, good ball movement. A long jumper put up by Niven is good. And Academy of Arts on the board. They trail at 5-2.
Well, they finally took a shot that wasn't a right wing three.
Darian McLean right in front of the Urban Knights bench off the front of the rim. A rebound pulled down by Long. Here come the Urban Knights into the front court. Kobe Williams. Bounce pass over to Niven. Again, great ball movement. Niven with it. Thought about the left wing three. Long did. 15 to shoot for the Urban Knights. Zuri Williams calling for the basketball as he was in the lane. But now it's Kobe Williams. Now up top to Zuri Williams. He's going to throw it up, and Mawugbe blocked it. There's a fight for it on the ground. Corner three, Kobe Williams is good. We're knotted up at 5.
Well, that was 28 seconds of great defense by the Cougars. It just loose ball ended up in the corner, and Kobe Williams shoots the three.
Will Ferris guarded by Williams. Now over to Langerveld. The right wing. Low to Petard. Turnaround jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Mawugbe had the rebound and lost it. Here comes Zuri Williams. And it's going to be a kick ball on Corey Langerveld. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. 15:55 left to go in this first half. Lots of fives everywhere. Knotted up at 5.
15:55 on the clock. Yeah, fives are wild for sure. They're 5 of a kind. Well, both teams doing a good job early in the shot clock of moving the ball, but then all of a sudden you get under 10 seconds and both teams have kind of stopped moving the basketball and getting themselves caught in spot to shooting tough shots. It's just the Cougars have got a quick transition 3 from Langerveld, and then Kobe Williams getting the lucky 3 basically at the ball as the ball got knocked to him out in the corner with 2 seconds on the shot clock, and he had to shoot it and make the 3.
No offensive rebounds yet for either team, so both teams shooting 33%.
Well, the Cougars have had a really tough stretch to start the season. I mean, they've faced off against teams that seemingly will either be in the top third or maybe even win their conferences. I mean, they faced UC San Diego, Cal Poly Pomona, Western Oregon, Eastern New Mexico, Cal State San Marcos, all teams that are bound to be talked about as at the end of the year when regionals come to play. But Cougars have kind of weathered the storm at 4-4. They won their first 3 and then have lost 4 in the last 5. So I'm trying to get a little home cooking tonight in this Pac West home opener against the Urban Knights, and now a travel off the inbound.
Well, and you play those teams in non-conference play with the hopes of seeing them again.
Sure.
So you see how they play, and they play Cal State San Marcos almost every year.
Right.
Whether it's up here or down there. So we'll see how Justin Leslie's crew does in Pac West play. Fresh slate, everybody 0-0. They're going to call Langerveld.
Cougars have made their first subs into the game. Mandrell Worthy and Tyson Canseo.
And Mandrell Worthy, absent of the facial guard that he had worn in every home game that I've seen him so far. 3 ball is up and in and out for Kobe Williams. And it's going to be an offensive rebound credited to the Academy of Art. Or did they get a foul?
No, it was just out of bounds off of the Cougars. Good call.
15:26 left to go. Another sub for Academy of Art, Aaron Purnell.
Academy of Art's made 2 baskets and they missed 5. I think all 5 of those have been from that right wing 3, including the last one.
Cole Morgan with the basketball, now over to Kobe Williams, guarded by McLean. Bounce pass down low to Niven, reverse layup is good.
And that's the ball movement that Coach Julius Barnes wants to see, because if you're going to get good ball movement like that, go at the basket early. It doesn't mean you have to wait until under 10 seconds to take the shot if you got good ball movement.
Fight for the basketball down low, right in front of the Academy of Art bench. I think Academy of Art had it. Called the timeout.
I think the Cougars recovered it and got it back and called the 32nd. I saw Patar calling for the timeout off the ball, and it looks like the Cougars are going to retain possession.
15 minutes exactly left to go in this first half. Seems like every possession right now is oh so crucial for both of these teams. Academy of Art looking to get back on the winning ways. 1-5. Although they did win their last one, so against Missouri S&T. I wonder what the S&T stands for.
Well, T I would assume is technical, like Carolina A&T.
Oh, it's true. Darian McLean, 3 ball, got it.
Science
Science and technology. Yeah. Could very well be the case.
Swimming.
And tennis.
Swimmy, Swammy, Swami, Swanson. Samsonite. That was way off.
I got you though. 14:45 left to go. We're going to be here all season, folks. 8-7 is your score. Cougars lead it by 1. Langerbeld. Turn around, left-handed hook shot is a beauty. He's patting that so well. A la Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, that's an aspect of his game that he's really worked on because he's become a good outside shooter too, and he has the length to take a guy off the block and do exactly what he just did.
And then Aaron Purnell promptly goes down the other end and just knocks it home. Kulisic over to McLean, guarded by Kobe Williams. Worthy up top, Langerveld, Tyson Canseo. Everybody getting involved here. Patar calling for it. Had the positioning, but able to get it to him. McLean with the floater in the lane. No good. A rebound comes down to Kobe Williams. Here come the Urban Knights into the front court. Tied up at 10. 13:45 left to go in this first half. Zuri Williams for three. Left wing, no good. Tyson Canseo comes down with a rebound, and here comes McLean into the front court. Head coach Julius Barnes calling for the ball pressure. There's Patar, kicks it over.
Good
Canseo
pass.
puts it up, can't finish, but he's going to go to the line.
Well, and I see what they're trying to do. Patar is being guarded by a 6'2" guard, Cole Morgan. At least he was on that last play. They couldn't get it to him on the block, so Patar flashed up top, got it up near the wing, and then went all the way to the baseline and saw a cutting Tyson Canseo, and Canseo got the foul, and now the free throws.
First free throw by Canseo is good.
Number 3, Stefan Milivojevic.
Terrence Beckvar into the game for the Cougars.
Some subs also for the Urban Knights. Nick Conway.
Good luck. Come on.
Milivojevic?
Very good.
Was that right?
Milivojevic.
Yes. That may be the only time I say it right all night.
Stefan Milivojevic.
Conway fighting for the basketball against Canseo. I think Tyson's going to get...
He was the one that
Nick
got
Conway.
fouled. Yeah. The Cougar ball.
His first personal and the 4th team foul.
Good hustle.
It's 14 fouls now on Academy of Art. 13 minutes left to go. 7 minutes gone by here in this first half. There's a turnover by the Cougars. Here come the Urban Knights. Zuri Williams. And he almost probably turned it over, but Milivojevic is able to save it. Now Cole Morgan going to direct traffic a little bit. Kicks it over. Left wing corner three is off the back of the iron by Purnell, and here come the Cougars. Beckvar running the point. Hands it off to Worthy, over to Kulisic. Tafahema gonna drive, kick it over to Mandrell. Beckvar calling for it. Cross court three, no. By Kulisic, he's gonna go to the free throw line. I thought he was gonna take it.
Well, and I'm happy to see him not do that for one reason, that he is more than capable of making that three for sure. And you saw the run out at him. Take it to the basket with that pump fake, and then, I mean, obviously his reputation has preceded him, because if you're going to run out that hard at a open center shooting a three ball, you've got the floor wide open to go right to the basket, and a free throw shot is a lot more higher percentage than a three-point shot.
He's 6'9". Nobody on this Academy of Art team, at least on paper, is taller than 6'8", so take advantage of your size, get to the rack, and 2 for 2 from Patar from behind the arc, or from the free throw line rather. See what they're shooting free throws at this season.
Cougars are a 72% three-point shooting team.
Academy of Art with the jumper. 14-12. Beckvar, Canseo calling for it, and there's another turnover by Azusa Pacific, and here come the Urban Knights into the front court. Jumper is up and good Count it, and a foul. Kendall Brown going to go to the line, looking to give the Urban Knights their first lead of the night.
Well, Kinseo got beat down here at the offensive end, turned it over, and then tried to recover defensively. Was a little bit late there and hit him from behind. The basket counts, and we got a three-point opportunity for the Urban Knights, who have a chance to take a lead after we conclude this timeout.
Well, and they're not playing like a 1-5 team right now at all. I mean, they understand, as every team does. Now it counts, really, for seeding in the Pac-West tournament. And only 6 teams are going to make it. So, I think, that sounds about right?
I thought it was 8.
Is it 8? No, I think it is, because you have 2 games on day 1, 2 men's, 2 women's. That would be 4, and then you have 2 with a bye. Or do you have the top 2 teams that get byes?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We've done this tournament for a long time, and I can't remember.
Right now, the Cougars are shooting 44% from the floor, which isn't horrible, but they've given up 4 more shots to the Urban Knights. Neither team really doing anything on the glass. It's even at 6. Turnovers are even at 4. Both teams 4 points off of turnovers. Just Academy of Arts moving the ball a little bit better, in my opinion, and getting a few easier shots.
Now looking for the 3-point play. Kendall Brown got it. I believe that's Academy of Arts' first lead of the ball game. 11:35 left to go. They're going to get an offensive foul on Azusa Pacific. Scoring update from volleyball. Tied up at 2 sets apiece. Azusa Pacific and Cal State San Bernardino in that 5th set. And they trail it 15-13. It's over. That's a winner.
It's over.
I forgot the 5th set's only up to 15.
Bummer.
Why do you... that just doesn't seem right that you would play all 4 sets up to 25 and then the last set is to 15.
It's OT, basically.
That's true.
That's a long 5th set if you're playing to 25. You play 4 quarters, basically, and, looked like Niven got poked in the eye. There was no whistle for a foul, but then a whistle to stop play after he realized he was hurt. So that kind of is odd.
11:19 to go. Low scoring first half, 15-14. Academy of Art inbound. Okaneme. There's a whistle and a foul on the Cougars. Gary McLean.
The Cougars' offense kind of went stagnant when Langerveld and McLean and Mawugbe all went off the floor, and now they're all back in for Justin Leslie. Let's see if that'll revive things offensively for APU.
Okaneme with a basketball. Now over to Brown. Now Kobe Williams. Going to drive, scoop it over to Brown. Turn around, no good. Mawugbe fighting for the rebound, and Langerveld just takes it away. Guarding it with his life, and here comes Darian McLean into the front court. 3 ball near side by Will Ferris is no good, and a rebound by Okaneme. Nice lead pass. Milivojevic.
There you go. Quit doubting yourself. You haven't gotten it wrong yet. Milivojevic.
Now Tafahema. There's a whistle and a foul on Academy of Art. Okaneme is going to be whistled for that one.
Well, that last possession for the Cougars, Will Ferris had a wide open 3, and that's the shot you want to see him taking. He averages 9.5 points a game. He's made the most threes on this team so far. I mean, that's the guy you want to have shooting that shot. It doesn't matter if it's early in the shot clock or late. I mean, he was wide open. Those will go down soon enough for Mr. Ferris.
Another substitution now for Academy of Art. Chance Maxwell.
Huh. So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, man. Vitar straight away three. No, still Mawube almost had the tip in.
Throw it down.
But Kendall Brown took it away from him. Here come the Urban Knights into the front court. Kobe Williams, nice spin move against McLean. Trying to find somebody to give it to. That's the wrong person, but the Cougars will take it as Mawube took it away. Here comes Jerry McLean in the front court. They just took it right back. Julius Barnes is telling Kobe, hey, slow down. Slow down, big fella.
His first personal foul.
Funny thing is, I think Justin Leslie's probably saying the same thing to his squad.
17-14 is your score. Academy of Art in the lead. Kendall Brown just to the left of us. Inbounds, 9:50 to go, first half. Kobe Williams guarded by Langerveld, stops at the free throw line, can't get it to go, and Langerveld comes away with the board. Here comes the Cougars into the front court. Langerveld's second board of the night. Now down to Pitar. Pitar against Brown. Bounce down low to Mawube, off the glass, no good. A rebound pulled down by Brown, and here come the Urban Knights.
Almost 3 minutes without a basket for the Cougars.
And there's another basket that's waved off. Too many steps.
Hey, let him play, Rob!
I don't think you can yell, let him play when you're traveling. Maybe if it was a foul, okay. You can yell that.
This is true. Tafahema. Can't see anything.
It's like stepping on the baseline and saying, hey, let him play. Well, you're out of bounds, sir.
I will. They're just going the other way. Chance Maxwell picks up his first personal.
Well, let's see if the Cougars can get back on track offensively just by seeing the ball go through the hoop at the free throw line. They're 4 of 4 tonight.
That one short. Kendall Brown comes away with a board.
Every foul from here on out for the Urban Knights, so long as it's not an offensive foul, will result in free throws for APU.
Long three, Kobe Williams off the side of the iron. Offensive rebound, Academy of Art. They just seem to want it a little bit more right now.
And they're getting more of the open shots, too.
Will Ferris going to be tagged with that one.
Cougars are kind of lucky to only be down 3 right now, in my opinion.
I would agree wholeheartedly. Canseo coming back into the ball game. Kobe Williams throws it into the backcourt. Keel long, went long to get it.
Go long.
Offensive foul, Academy of Art. They're going to call that on Keel Long.
It's one of those offensive fouls where you get called for setting an illegal screen by using your hip as you turn to pass the ball. Can't do that.
No, sir. Langerveld. Left-handed hook shot again. There it is. 17-16, Urban Knights. Brown going to take it all the way to the rack. He's going to count it and one. I think the fans behind us were standing up as he was starting to drive because they thought he was going to throw it down. Canseo picks up his second. He's going to take a seat. Kendall Brown looking to attempt a three-point play. Garrett Beetstra is going to check in. Canseo is going to take a seat. 20-16. Cougars find themselves down by 4. 8:15 to go. Cougars with the basketball. Ferris, Beechtra, Kulisic, Tafahema. Beechtra now in the near side corner, being hounded. The left wing, Langerveld, 13 to shoot. Gives it back over to Beechtra. It's going to take the 3 out the side of the iron. Petark went for the rebound, but Brown came down with it for the Urban Knights. Kobe Williams. Picked up by Tafahema on the screen. Kobe's going to take it all the way. Left-handed, well off the mark. Here comes Will Ferris. Beechtra, near side Tafahema's going to try from that same spot. Same result. Beechtra flies in for the offensive rebound. Turnaround jumper is too strong. Kendall Brown with another rebound for the Urban Knights.
Just a lid on the basket for the Cougars tonight, shooting 31%.
7:15 left to go, first half. Cougars only down 4. Williams in between 2 Cougar defenders. Nice up and under move by Chance Maxwell. An El Paso product, El Paso, Texas. Ferris, cross court, Beechtra. Now Tafahema from the other side. Again, same result. Shot no good.
Both teams now 2 of 9 from downtown.
Cougars, the last time they had a bucket. Seems like a long time ago.
2 minutes ago, yeah.
Urban Knights scooping and not scoring was Cole Morgan. Here come the Cougars. Langerveld double teamed. Gets it back. Now kicks it over Ferris. It's going to drive. And they're going to get a whistle and a foul. Call a holding foul on Chance Morgan. No chance he gets away with that one. Second personal on Chance. Timeout on the floor. 22-16.
Well, and we knew coming into the season it was going to be one of those, how quickly do you find your identity if you're the Cougars, especially on offense, because at this point we haven't seen really any true leadership from a point guard yet. Tafahema's kind of taken the reins here a little bit in this latter part of this first half. Darian McLean got the start, but you know, you've been blessed. We've been blessed here at Azusa Pacific with some great guard play over the past 5-6 years, and it just goes to show you when you don't have a solid quarterback on your team, whether or not they're a scorer or not themselves, like Robert Sandoval, who was not necessarily known as a scorer, could take the ball to the basket if he needed to, or could shoot a 3, but you knew he was out there to run the offense for Azusa Pacific.
Yeah, and you get guys like Troy Leaf, those
right.
guards who, and Troy's the opposite. Troy could run the offense if you needed him to do it, but his primary job was to score.
Which made life easier for guys like Pitar, Langerveld. Guys that are not necessarily known to being players that can create their own shots.
And I think Troy Leaf, as Will Ferris is at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Not that to go. I believe he's at UC Santa Barbara now.
Well, he was at Masters for a little while.
Yes. I remember.
Saw him a few times when he came down to Vanguard. Of course, his brother TJ.
It's kind of good.
With the Pacers.
So basketball is definitely in the family. 22-18 is your score, coming up on 6 minutes left to go. In this first half, Urban Knights with a 4-point lead. And the basketball, Kobe Williams, guarded by Worthy. Off of the screen by Brown. Now Chance Maxwell over to the far side, Kobe Williams with it. Now Brown, 8 to shoot for the Urban Knights. And the three is up and good. Didn't see who shot it.
And Keel Long with the three, and then just on the inbound, it was a violation on the inbound. It's a turnover right back to the Urban Knights.
5-second violation?
No, just stepping on the baseline as he entered the basketball.
Those are the kinds of things we saw it with the ladies of Academy of Art. You just can't make those uncharacteristic mistakes. Down by 7 of the Cougars. Urban Knights with the basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Mandrell Worthy. Oh, they're pointing the other way. I thought it was Julius Barnes is irate.
Well, I think what happened was the pass went through the hands of Keel Long, and it hit head coach Justin Leslie, who was standing on the standing out of bounds. So if the ball hits somebody that's standing out of bounds, the ball's dead. Obviously, Justin Leslie's not a player, so it's not off of the Cougars. It's off of the last player that was active on the court.
Worthy around Brown. Corner three. Tafahema got it. That's a big bucket for the Cougars. See if they can feed off of it.
And Tafahema was 8 of 17 coming in from three-point range, so he has that ability.
Cougars down by 4, under 5 to go. Kobe Williams up top, 3 ball is well off.
Cougars are doing a much better job rotating on this zone, getting to those open shooters. Nothing's been inside recently for Academy of Art. You can live, if you're the Cougars, with them hoisting up threes. They're just 3 of 11 from downtown.
Selim Awugbe back into the ball game.
And he needs to be a force on the glass.
Absolutely. Wouldn't hurt to be offensive either. Mandrell Worthy from Awugbe can't finish on the reverse layup. Rebound pulled down by Milivojevic. Here comes the Urban Knights leading by 4. 4:20 left to go, first half. Long up top to Zuri Williams, and it's a turnover. Here come the Cougars.
A nice play by Mandrell, just sticking his mitts out there, right into the passing lane.
Mandrell going to take it. Looked like he traveled with it, but got away with it.
First basket of the game for Mandrell.
Quick 5-0 run now for the Cougars. Trailed it by 7. Now they only trail by 2.
Well, defense has been leading the offense.
It usually does. Nice ball movement, turnaround, Kendall Brown. Offensive rebound, they tried to throw it off the Cougars. But Cougars have it. Chance to take the lead with a 3. But they promptly turn it over. Here comes Zuri Williams. Bounce pass down low. Tafahema goes up and under. Oh my goodness. He went high. And the training staff immediately going over to talk to him. Take a look at things. There's going to be a timeout on the floor.
Now Tafahema trailing the play, trying to close in and get a spectacular block on Cole Morgan, who got the pass off the 2-on-1, and Morgan pump faked instead of going up, let Tafahema leave his feet, and then went up and kind of undercut him, not on purpose at all. And Tafahema just went flying down on that left shoulder. Obviously just speculation at this point because he hasn't moved at all, but it could be his wrist, it could be his elbow, it could be his shoulder. I mean, he just landed really hard.
Well, and not having an identity yet on the offensive end like you were talking about, you can ill afford to lose anyone at this point. So we'll see.
Well, Darian McLean's going to have to come in and be the man. I mean, he's been the man so far. He's led the team with just over 13 points a game, but tonight, been pretty quiet, just 5 points, but he's got a couple of personal fouls, which has really hindered him offensively. He can't be quite as aggressive as he wants to be. Cougars as a team just shooting 33%. Both teams not really taking care of the ball either. 17 combined turnovers.
Cole Morgan going to shoot some free throws. Tafahema, when he came off the floor, left arm clutched against his body, so don't want to speculate, but Darian McLean in there now.
Actually, the Cougars have gone big. They've got Mawugbe, Patar, Langerveld, Worthy. Worthy's going to play point right now, and Will Ferris.
I think Ferris was coming in maybe for Tafahema anyway.
Could have been.
Mawugbe turnaround, too strong, almost had his own offensive rebound.
He's so athletic. If he can just figure out the footwork, especially on a post move like that, if he doesn't make the shot, he's got such a leaping ability to go get a rebound like he did, but he was just kind of out of position from the beginning there and picked up the loose ball foul.
Well, and lucky for the Cougars, that's only his first. Both teams going to be shooting the rest of the way here. First free throw rolls in for Milivojevic. Only a freshman from Serbia. I don't know the last time I saw a game in college with two Serbians on the floor at the same time.
Vlade and Sabonis? I don't know.
Could be. That's an over and back. But I don't know. If Academy of Art knocked it back into the backcourt, why is that an over and back?
It's a good question.
I
didn't see if it was Academy of Art that hit it last, and I think that's what they're going to discuss now in half court.
I think it should be Cougar basketball. And they're not going to change it.
Justin Leslie's not really arguing the point at this stage.
2:45 to go until intermission. Williams over to Morgan. Now Long, now back over to Williams. Long with it again. Nice bounce pass down low to Brown. Kicks it back up top, Cole Morgan. Now a long three by Long is good. Big bucket for the Urban Knights, 31-23. Largest lead of the night is 8 for the Urban Knights. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, Patar using his left hip and left arm, trying to clear out inside, forcing Kendall Brown off the position. And he's going to be called for the offensive foul. And here comes Darian McLean. The Cougars, offensively, they got to find Corey Langerveld. I mean, he's perfect. 3 for 3. He's made a 3. He's got 7 points to lead the way. But I can't remember the last time you even called his name, Steve, in the offensive zone.
Oh, you're exactly right. Long, coming up on 2 minutes to go. Williams. Morgan looking for it in the far corner, not going to get it. Long has it now. 10 to shoot. Now Morgan has it. He's going to drive, kick it out underneath the Brown, throws it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Milivojevic. He can't go anywhere up with it. It should be a jump ball, and it is. Turnover. Going to go to Azusa Pacific with 1:51 to go. Needing a bucket here.
Big time. Been 2 minutes since their last field goal, and it seems like they've had 3 or 4 stretches in this first half where they've had at least 2-minute gaps between made field goals.
McLean, Mawugbe, now Langerveld. Josh said 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Far corner Ferris, 12 to shoot for the Cougars. Another turnover, Azusa Pacific.
I like the idea of running the pick and roll with McLean, but I wouldn't want it to be Mawugbe who he's doing it with. I'd like to see it with Langerveld or Patar, who could be threats from the free throw line extended, and see if McLean can go around a screen, and if he can draw defenders. You got 2 shooters like Patar or Langerveld, but Cougars just cannot find a rhythm right now offensively.
Timeout called by Academy of Art. 31-23. Cougars picked in the middle of the pack for the Pac West. I think they were picked 6th in the Pac West.
Well, and these are the games you really have to win.
Yes.
I mean, not only because you're at home, but because you're facing a team that's not necessarily lighting it up themselves to start the year. They're 1-5. But against a team where on paper you should win the game, I mean, you need to win these games at home, especially at home.
Yes, I would agree. We'll see what the Cougars can do here. They've got 1:20 to work with in this first half. Long three by the Urban Knights is no good. Cole Morgan comes away with the offensive rebound, can't get the putback. Kutlasic comes away with a board as we approach 1 minute. Worthy over for a long three. I couldn't see who shot it. It looked like it was
McLean.
Now Long trying to drive to the bucket. Just going to bring it back out, slow things down. Cole Morgan has the ball. He's going to drive right back to the bucket and lay it up and lay it in. And it's now a 10-point lead for the Urban Knights.
So when they've had the opportunity to penetrate into the zone, especially from the top of the circle, they've been pretty hard to stop. And the Cougars, meanwhile, have been almost 3 minutes now without a basket.
18 to shoot for the Cougars. They're going to go Kendall Brown on the hold.
Well, and Worthy's going to have double bonus here, 2 shots. Cougars are 7 of 8 at the free throw line after that make by Worthy. It's really the only place that has kept them even close in this game right now. They trail by 9. We know the Cougars have the offensive ability to get back in this game. They just seem to be a little lost with their decision making right now.
Actually, the Cougars were picked 5th. Academy of Art was picked 13th out of 14 teams. They're not playing like it tonight, though, to this point. 10 seconds to go. Lead it by 8. Long for 3 is an air ball, and that's going to do it for this first half. And it's, for the most part, a half that the Cougars probably wish they could forget to this point, but good thing for them is they have 20 more minutes to play.
Yeah, they got to stop Kendall Brown. He finished with 8 points and 7 rebounds in that first half for Academy of Art, but for the most part, it was a pretty balanced attack by the Urban Knights. They had 8 players score in that first half, whereas the Cougars, like I said, they've got to get Corey Langerveld more involved offensively. He finished perfect in that first half, 3 of 3, including a 3 for 7 points. But aside from that, everybody else was a combined 4 of 20 shooting from the floor.
And that three-pointer was the first points of the game. So it's not going to get any easier as the third pick in the Pac West. Point Loma comes in on Saturday, but Cougars got to take care of business here. They currently trail it by 8, 33-25. We'll step aside. First half stats, second half action on the way. Cougars in a Pac West opener, trailing by 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our halftime half-court shootout. Participants are welcome to participate. Everyone in the arena is welcome to participate. Just make your way to half-court. You must make a half-court shot using 2 hands for your shot. You must use 2 hands for your shot. If you make it, you can receive a free jersey by sub. A free jersey by sub. Again, everyone is open to participate. Just make your way down to half court, get in line, and you must use 2 hands for your shot. We're looking for 3 winners tonight. And we have our first winner Look out. Off the front of the ring. We're looking for 2 more winners. You're welcome to try more than once. Just get back in line. And we have our second winner off the glass. Please report to the stores table to receive your prize. We're looking for one more. The next shot will do it. Very close. Very close again. One more inches, jersey black sub. Off the front of the rim. We're looking for one final winner. Please be ready for your shot. You're ready to go as soon as the next one goes. Get up there, get moving on your shot. Let's get as many opportunities as we can.
Back inside the Felix Event Center. Second half about to get underway alongside Josh Banker. My name is Steve Stillwell. 33-25 is your score. Academy of Art on top of the Cougars by 8. In my opinion, a pretty much dominating first half by Academy of Art. Cougars just seem to shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, they've gone too many lapses without making baskets, and when you do that against a team like Academy of Art, that just opens things up more for them to give them a chance to extend their lead. And this, they led by as many as 10. Cougars led by as many as 5 at one point in that first half, but the Cougars haven't made a jumper or haven't made an offensive field goal since 3:55 left to go in the first half. So we're going to be approaching over 4 minutes just as we start this second half of play without the Cougars getting a field goal.
Yeah, and I've often said it's the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of the second half, so we'll see how it plays out for the Cougars here in this second half. Kobe Williams over to Okaneme. He drives, now kicks it out. Kendall Brown's got a 3-ball, corner pocket. Now it's up to an 11-point lead, 36-25.
Yeah, Brown's got 11 too. He's their leading scorer. He's the game's leading scorer.
From nearby Corona, so he's got a cheering squad. Nice little move by Okaneme. Brown with it again. Now far corner 3 is short. That one put up by Long. And another turnover for Azusa Pacific. That's 13 on the night so far.
Well, and 2 in the first 2 possessions of the second half after you trailed by 8 to begin with, starting this second half, and a quick early timeout by Justin Leslie. I 100% agree with this call.
He looks perplexed, like, what do we need to do to right the ship? And you said at 3:55. Oh no, they did get a bucket. Okay, I was 15 seconds in. Got a 3-pointer.
Is that
no,
right?
That's not right.
I don't think that's right.
That's not right. I was going to say Terrence Beckbar wasn't even on the floor. I was going to say it was 33-25, so. And that's 3 fouls now on Darian McLean. So what is that? 3:55 and 45 seconds. 4 minutes and 40 seconds since the Cougars last made bucket, and that's, 4:40 of game time. So it's not going well to start this second half.
Well, they haven't even had a shot yet in the second half. It's 2 turnovers. McLean and Petar Kutlasic, who average basically 25 points a game between the two of them, have 7 points between the two.
Cougars need a stop here. Okaneme over to Long, back to Okaneme. He's going to drive, kick it down low to Milivojevic. Didn't get it to go, but an offensive rebound by the Urban Knights. Long, Okaneme, Kobe Williams, who's got the basketball. Blocked by Mawugbe. Is that what the Cougars need? But they still have the ball, and it's a 3 that's no good. Langerveld comes away with a board.
2 blocks on that possession by Mawugbe. Let's see if that could spark things offensively for APU.
Kutlasic, corner 3, in and out. Milivojevic with the rebound. Cameron Niven into the ball game. Now Long over to Okaneme. Triple team, kicks it over to Kobe Williams. 3-ball, got it.
This is the exact start that the Cougars did not want to have in this second half.
Trailed by 8 coming into it. Now it's almost doubled. It's up to 14. The drought continues because the Cougars don't have any points. Kutlasic.
I thought about it.
Thinking about shooting from Glendora. McLean. Ferris for three off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, Mawugbe.
Let's get to the basket.
Kulisic calling for it. Now Langerveld has it stripped away, but McLean able to pick it up. Three ball is no good. A rebound pulled down by the Urban Knights.
Will Ferris now 0 for 4 from downtown.
Now long, Okaneme. Kicks it over to Niven, rims in and out. Here comes Ferris against Kobe Williams, and wisely backs it out. McLean, corner three. That's no good. Rebound, volleyball tapped out. Langerveld says, I'll take care of it.
Give Corey Langerveld the ball.
So that was almost 7 minutes
Yeah.
without a bucket. Not going to be able to do it. First point since 3:55 left in that first half. Williams, Brown, rims in and out. Oh, everybody looking for the ball, and Langerveld able to track it down. Cougars only down 11. Can't get it all back in one possession, but Langerveld with the basketball. Just needs to get a spark into this team. Kulisic, guarded by Brown. Kulisic, right-handed hook shot, no. It looked like it was going to fall, and Niven comes down with a board. Yeah. You said it, they need to get to the basket.
Well, he's got the height advantage. Ed Kimball Brown guarding him. He's only 6'4".
Niven puts it up with the right hand, too strong. A rebound comes down to Kulisic. So Academy of Art gone cold for a little bit, but Cougars unable to capitalize. Langerveld, Kulisic, Ferris.
Trouble!
Now back over to Ferris, down low Kulisic, turn around. Not going to go, but he's going to go to the charity stripe. Line changes for both teams. Canseo and Mandrell Worthy. Cole Morgan. Aaron Purnell. And Zuri Williams checking in for the Urban Knights. Timeout on the floor, 39-28. Kendall Brown leading all scorers with 11. Corey Langerveld right behind him with 10, but nobody else with the Cougars really doing much.
Well, they're getting stops. At least they've forced a couple here in the last few possessions. And while Langerveld has a three within those stops, they've got to get a couple of possessions in a row with made baskets to get this lead or this deficit trimmed down. It's 11 now. But Batar's 0 for 5. He hasn't made a field goal yet. He's got 8 rebounds, which is great. Mawugbe's 0 for 3. Ferris is 0 for 4. Langerveld and McLean are combined 6 of 10, but everybody else is 2 for 19. They need some help.
And you don't see the confidence on the bench at all. There's nobody up, cheering, doing anything. It's just like
Kind of in a lull.
yes,
Sleepwalking.
they need something to spark them, and a couple of blocks by Mawugbe really hadn't done too much.
They would get somebody like Worthy or Canseo to throw one down. Get some life into this crowd too, which is I'm not gonna lie, a little bit sparse and a little disappointing.
Yeah, especially being back from Thanksgiving break.
Conference home opener.
And
Well, you know, maybe some of them traveled out to Riverside for volleyball, so I'm not going to knock them that hard because obviously volleyball was in the West Regional tonight in the quarterfinals,
Team
which
short
they came so close.
3 sets to 2 and lost that 5th set, 15-13.
Yeah,
It's as close as you can get.
absolutely right.
I think you have to win by at least 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, here, the Cougars, all they need to do is win by 1, but they trail it by 9. Academy of Art with the ball. Oh, Kobe Williams to the rack. And back to the score sheet.
Well, we talked about it. That's the way to beat the zone. It's taking it right at the hole if they can get it to it. A nice move there by Kinseo.
But the Cougars can't afford to start trading baskets. Yeah, like you said, got to get some stops. Kendall Brown, Kobe Williams. Turnaround, no good. Here come the Cougars, trailing by 9. Kulisic for 3. Oh, short. Off the front of the rim.
Throw it down.
Comes away with an offensive rebound, but it's going to stay with the Cougars. 26 to shoot, 14-16.
I don't think Kinseo realized how open he was. He didn't have anybody there.
He'd like to have that one back, as would Kulisic.
Well, it looked right on line from here for Pitar when it left his hand, just a tick short. Pitar now 0 for 6 from the floor.
Worthy over to Kulisic. Cross court, Langerveld thought about the 3. Now
Should have
McLean.
taken it.
Now he'll take it. Corner 3. Short again. Kendall Brown comes down with yet another rebound.
Oh, boy.
Oh, blocked by Kinseo. Here comes Mandrell. He's got Kulisic, but he's going to give it over to McLean for a wing 3. No good, but he's going to shoot 3 free throws.
Well, this place would have exploded if he could have hit that one and get a possible 4-point play. But what a great defensive recovery by Tyson Kinseo. Back on this other end, streaking down the floor, getting the block from behind on the fast break as Cole Morgan unexplicably wide open down the floor.
First free throw by McLean falls through. Okaneme and Nick Conway going to check in for the Urban Knights. First 2 are good for Darian McLean.
Yeah, just start chipping away here. Obviously, we know you can't make an 8-point basket, so the lead had been as high as 14 for the Urban Knights, and now it's down to 6, and we still got almost 14 minutes left to go in this game. Plenty of time.
McLean knocked down all 3 from the charity stripe.
And it's amazing how defense can spark offense, isn't it? Mawugbe a couple of blocks. Kinseo here on this last possession.
Defensive intensity here in this second half. Cougars looking to get back above the 500 mark. 4-4 on the year. Zuri Williams. Up top Purnell, now Okaneme, nice shot.
Right elbow. Well, that was smooth. That's his first shot attempt of the game.
Kulisic thought about the 3. Hands it over to Langerveld. He's thinking about it. He's guarded by Purnell, but turn around by Mandrell Worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
I've been waiting to say that one all night.
You know, the fans need to get into that. If he has a big game or something, turn around. Shot by Conway is no good. Now a 3 ball is in and out. Kinseo yet again gets another big rebound. Langerveld on the near wing was open, but now Kinseo's going to take it to the rack. Fouled by Conway.
Cougars have become a much more aggressive team in the offensive zone, and at this point, I mean, you were down 14, it's now 6. You just got to keep the pace up here at this point, because Academy of Art, while they, have shown the tendency to be able to score, have had lulls of their own.
Mandrell Worthy 3 ball is off the front of the rim, but an offensive rebound because Academy of Art couldn't hold down the rebound. Now Worthy up top, McLean. Langerveld thought about a right wing 3. McLean's going to drive, step back 3 ball off the front of the rim. Tyson Kinseo flies in for the offensive rebound. Langerveld, step back jumper, got it. It's down to 4, 43-39. Offensive rebounds coming in play here in this second half.
And now the crowd has come back alive as well. Maybe for the first time tonight.
Niven, double team, kicks it up top, Okaneme. Now near side. Purnell, Conway, back up to Purnell, guarded by Langerveld. 3 to shoot. They got to do something with it. Jumper is up by Conway, no good. Here comes McLean.
Run it.
Trailing by 4.
Beautiful.
Worthy again.
We're not worthy.
It was a 14-point lead, and this place was dead silent. And now it's a 2-point deficit, and they're alive as Worthy has 8. Channel defense from the Zoo.
That's the first 2 fast break points of the game for the Cougars.
Academy of Arts gone cold. Purnell jumper is no good.
That's a lot of one-on-one isolation plays right now for the Urban Knights.
Darian McLean! Rebound, scoop, and score, and we're tied up at 43.
That's the speed we were talking about earlier from Darian McLean. He has the ability to beat anybody off the dribble when he gets a chance to do it. And that time he had a full head of steam going from about third court, about halfway through the court there, and he went all the way to the basket. He's now in double figures, and we've got a tie ball game, Steve.
I didn't think I was going to see that here tonight. But, man, this is fun now. Like you said, crowd's back in it. The bench is back in it. Yep. These are their brothers that they go to battle with every single night. You got to pick them up when they're down. You got to try to spark them and do something.
Well, I think the Cougars are finally taking advantage of their size because, as you've noticed, there haven't been very many second chance opportunities in the second half for Academy of Art. And while Pitar is not shooting the ball well, he's got 8 rebounds. Langerveld's got 5 rebounds now to go with 12 points. And how about Mandrell Worthy and Tyson Canseo off the bench? They've got a combined 10 points and 8 rebounds in 25 minutes worth of play. And these stats aren't even correct. This shows 45-41 when it's the exact opposite of that, but it's 43 apiece.
But with 15:28 left to go, the Cougars trailed by 11. Now with 10:54 to go, or 10:48. We got a tie ball game. Nothing has been settled yet as we approach the halfway mark of this second half. Niven, Okaneme, Kendall Brown, who has been pretty much silent the last little bit. Long over to Okaneme. Again, under 10 now, and they haven't even got a good look. Long drive, no good. A rebound pulled down by Darian McLean. Defense reigning supreme right now for the Cougars. Langerveld for 3. Got it!
The electricity has been turned on in the Felix Event Center.
Wow. What a job the Cougars have done here in this second half. 10 minutes to go, and the Cougars hold a 3-point lead. Okaneme put Mandrell Worthy. Broke his ankles.
Wow.
They got the 2 points back. Cougars still in the lead. Mandrell Worthy's going to remember that one. And we mentioned Kendall Brown has been pretty silent. Not on that one. Langerveld again. Offensive rebound. Canseo's not going to go, but he's going to go to the free throw line.
Well, we've got our first sign of the Croatian flag. Or the Serbian flag. What am I saying? Croatian flag. Serbian flag over there for Pitar. So you can see that the crowd is finally getting back into it.
But would that fire up Milivojevic too?
Maybe. Here he comes.
Here he comes. He's seeing the flag. Canseo's free throw is no good.
We want to go. home when there's a double count.
Tyson Kinsale with one more. We've got 9:32 left to go. We're just getting started. It's Pac West play. Tournament March 1st through the 3rd.
Cougars have done well at the line tonight, 14 of 16 as a team.
Continue to drive, get to the line.
They sure got the size advantage, that's for sure.
Williams, long three, and that's good. That's a big bucket. Gives Academy of Art the lead by a point, 48-47.
That's a third three for Kilby Williams.
They're 7 of 19. From downtown.
Wow.
2 points, Cougars.
Corey Langerveld with a baseline left-handed hook towards the baseline. That was a tough shot.
17 now for Langerveld, the senior from Pullman, Washington. Going to get Kinseo on the reach in.
Cougars, number 10, Tyson Kinsale. His third personal
Kinseo's going to come out. Mawube in.
Checking in the Cougars, number 34, Will Harris.
Ferris out. And I mean, I know this could be something petty, but you even see the substitutions running in a little bit faster now. The Cougars back into the ballgame. Brown jumper, not going to go. Mawube has it fall right into his lap. Worthy got it again. Somebody might want to stop him.
Well, that's the #1 rule in stopping the fast break is stopping the ball, and nobody did that for the Urban Knights.
Mandrell Worthy now with 10 points. 3 players for the Cougars in double figures, and here's a turnover. A 4-on-2 if the Cougars hurry. Darian McClain just throws it up and threw it in. I don't know if that was a pass or not, but what a
It should
shot.
have been, but it went in.
Wow, 53-48 ties the largest lead of the night for the Cougars. It's 5. McClain with 12 and another turnover.
Darian McClain had a streaking Mandrell Worthy on the left side of the block as they came up for that fast break. And I don't know if he was actually trying to flip a little hook shot over his head for an actual shot or trying to maybe do an alley-oop off to Mandrell Worthy, but either way, he banked it off the glass and in, and the Cougars, there is life in this Felix Event Center.
I think we need to get a highlight video of this one going on the YouTube channel. What a ball game here tonight for the Cougars. What a way to kick off Pac West play. What a great, I mean, in my opinion, from top to bottom, this is one of the best conferences in all of Division II. You never know. You see a team like Chaminade knock off a Division I team in Cal.
Yep.
You see a 1-5 team like Academy of Art doing what they're doing here tonight, and they've come to play. Credit head coach Julius Barnes and his entire coaching staff to get this team ready for this ball game. So with 7:53 left to go, Cougars lead it by 5.
Well, for the longest time, the Cougars had been kind of just keeping pace with the Urban Knights on the boards, and now they've stretched it out to a 36-25 advantage on the boards, and what that's done is given the chance for the Cougars to run. They've got 10 fast break points now. I would venture to say almost all of those are here in the second half, and it's opened up a 5-point lead with a chance for more. And how about Darian McClain stepping up, taking over point guard duties after Ben Tafahema got hurt in that first half?
You were talking about fast break points, correct?
Correct.
They had 2 at the half.
Okay.
Both teams had 2.
Okay.
Selma Mawube with the offensive foul, second personal.
I was kind of surprised Corey Langerveld checked out when he did, and he didn't stay on the bench very long. Mandrell Worthy is going to come out.
Urban Knights with the basketball, trailing the Cougars now by 5 alongside Josh Banker. My name is Steve Stillwell. Cougars looking for the doubleheader sweep. Lady Cougars won by 47 earlier tonight. Great defense already. Morgan against Mawube, blocked by Mawube, but I think they're going to give him his third.
Well, we talked about Mawugbe's footwork on the offensive end. That time he got a little flat-footed defensively. And Cole Morgan, who's all of 6'2", has been playing a lot of this game in amongst the trees. Has himself a couple free throws.
Morgan makes the first, 7:21 to go. Morgan's now got 5. Chance Maxwell and the referee hug it out.
That was a third on Mawugbe, by the way. He and McLean both with 3 fouls apiece, along with Canseo.
Kulisic, Mawugbe, McLean, Will Ferris, and Corey Langerveld. Langerveld calling for the ball. He's in the corner wide open. Now McLean gives it to him. Langerveld, no good, but an offensive rebound taken away from Kulisic. Here comes Maxwell into the front court. Maxwell, Owugbe looking for it, or Okaneme, excuse me. Off the miss, here comes Owugbe and McLean. Langerveld thinking about another 3, no. Hands it down to Ferris, now Kulisic. Serbian on Serbian.
Oh,
Milivojevic got the better of that battle. 53-50 is your score, 6:15 to go, second half. Cougars lead it by 3. Okaneme has it tipped away. Here goes Darian McLean. 2-on-1 with Ferris. Backdoor pass. Langerveld lays it up and one.
Darian McLean with a nice assist.
Corey Langerveld now with 19. I thought he was going to go to Ferris, but he just dropped it off the back shoulder.
This game has opened up dramatically for APU once they decided to push the pace. And Darian McLean, who just picked up his 3rd assist, has really ignited this thing, especially with Corey Langerveld now, who's got a chance to get his 20th point of the night.
And he does just that. Largest lead of the night now for the Cougars is 6, 56-50. We hit the 6-minute mark of this second half.
And all of a sudden, it's the Cougars that are out shooting the Urban Knights.
Mawugbe with a block on Kendall Brown. Here comes Mandrell Worthy. McLean gonna go, kick it out. Ferris lost it. Niven and Ferris fighting for the basketball. I don't think there was anything malicious there.
No, not at all.
Kendall Brown coming up limping a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
Boy, and Ferris was wide open in the wing. If that pass was a little up higher to where he could catch it clean, he would have had an open 3, and if he could have hit that, this place would have went berserk.
Well, the Cougars are going to maintain possession with 23 to shoot. 5:44 on the second half game clock. Mandrell Worthy, short. Mawugbe offensive rebound. McLean 3, got it!
Wow. Wow.
And cool, calm, and collected, Justin Leslie just stands there with his arms folded. Wow, the tides have turned here in this second half. Milivojevic inside, Kendall Brown got it.
That was a strong move.
Strong player. Ferris just threw it up.
Nice move.
Got hit. He's going to go to the line.
And Ferris is a good enough player to take the ball off the dribble to the basket, so everybody knows he's a more than capable three-point shooter. If you can get to a spot like he just did right there, fake the 3 and drive the basket and get to the free throw line, I mean, Ferris has a chance to, he's 0 for 4 from the floor, but there are so many more ways you can contribute besides shooting three-pointers.
Doing it from the line there. Aaron Purnell checking back in for the Urban Knights. Ferris' second free throw is good. 61-52.
Cougars 17 of 19 at the line. That is unbelievably good.
Kobe Williams throws up a wild shot, hit the side of the backboard.
At the side of the shot clock too, I think. Which is why it's out of bounds to the Cougars.
Timeout on the floor called by Academy of Art.
Well, it's kind of interesting. The Urban Knights have finally gotten some resistance defensively, and they can't seem to find their identity offensively now either. They can't, it seems to me that they cannot find their go-to guy. And I mean, Kendall Brown is their leading scorer. He's got a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, but he's taken 14 shots to get those 13 points and has not been very efficient here in the second half. And who else is going to step up for the Urban Knights? So Kobe Williams has got 11, but no one else other than those two have more than 6 points. And it's Cole Morgan who's got those 6, and he's one of 6 to get those 6 points.
Yeah, well, they've got 4 minutes and 48 seconds to figure it out. You almost, if you're Academy of Art, have to find a way to put a lid on that basket. I mean, I know there's almost a little under 5 minutes, but still, the way and the tempo that Azusa Pacific has had here in most of this second half, you've got to pretty much shut them down the rest of the way if you want to stand a chance. As McLean with it over to Langerveld. Long 3 ball. That one's off the side of the rim. And they're going to get a foul on the Urban Knights.
I think they're going to get Aaron Purnell holding Worthy. And that's double bad for the Urban Knights, because not only did they have a chance at a defensive rebound, but now Worthy's going to go to the line for 1-on-1 opportunity.
And they're shooting the rest of the way. Azusa Pacific is. That's 7 team fouls on the Urban Knights. Free throw by Worthy is good. First double-digit lead of the night for Azusa Pacific is 10 with 4:27 left to go in this one.
Worthy 11 points off the bench.
Halftime adjustments don't get enough credit. Knocks down both of them. It's 11-point lead.
Quick, quick, quick!
Kendall Brown's going to try to probably take this into his own hands. It's knocked away and out of bounds by Academy of Art.
Obviously, that can't be the play that Julius Barnes wanted to see. He wanted things quick to come into the offensive set, and the ball never got out of the hands of Kendall Brown.
You can't have empty trips anymore either if you're Academy of Art.
Nope.
At this point, down by 11 and 4 minutes to go. And Selim Mawugbe is feeling it now. See him start to get a little bit excited.
His first 2 points of the game.
But he's done so many other things tonight for Azusa Pacific. What a huge confidence boost this would be for this team coming back from 14 down. I understand it's a team that's 1-5 on the year. Nice jumper by Purnell along 2. But to show that you can do it and not to quit.
Well, and the worst thing for the Cougars now is turnovers. Empty possessions are okay. Just don't give free shots to the Urban Knights by giving the ball up.
You mean like that? Well, Will Ferris turned it over.
You know, sometimes I don't want to be right. Case in point.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of funny because we're sitting next to the visitor bench over here, and you can basically hear everything that their coaching staff is saying. But one of the things I was noticing before this timeout, too, was just the body language between both teams. And head coach Julius Barnes said something I can't repeat on the air, but he basically said, "Get your arse over here. Stop walking." And that's really typifying, I think, the last 4 or 5 minutes between these two teams. There's so much more energy over on Azusa Pacific's side, and I understand why. But when you're down 11, I mean, that's the only thing that you have left right now if you're the Urban Knights to try to get yourself back in this is to just outwork, out-hustle, get as much energy on the floor over the last 3 minutes of this game to try to come back and win.
Well, that's what I was saying, too. When Azusa Pacific was down by 14, you could see the exact same thing. The substitutions for Azusa Pacific, they're walking, they're lollygagging a little bit. I mean, it's no fun to lose. I get it, but there's still 3 minutes and 4 seconds left. Don't give up now. You're down by 11 points, but again, this game can change in a hurry.
Well, and credit the Cougars for taking advantage of the opportunities they've been given, especially at the free throw line. They're 19 of 21 as a team.
Academy of Arts only shot 8 free throws on the night. They made 7 of 8, but taking it to the rack, doing what they need to do.
It's now 12-2 fast break points in favor of Azusa Pacific, too.
Cougars shot 9 free throws in that first half. Offensive foul, Academy of Art.
That's turnover number 14 for the Urban Knights. Well, I like what Justin Leslie did. He brought Patar back in. You need as much rebounding now as possible over the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Unless you just start to drain this clock, the shot clock, take the shot with 3 or 4 seconds left on it. Unless you can get a really good shot, not pass it up. And I think they're doing just that. They're down to 8. Worthy, got to do something with it. Langerveld, 3 balls, an air ball. Kutlasic came away with a board, but it was an air ball, didn't touch the rim. So it's a shot clock violation. I mean, it's the same thing as a missed shot for the most part.
Well, of course, but I mean, the positive in that possession was they used all 30 seconds of the shot clock, and they didn't give the Urban Knights any kind of a live ball turnover where they could have a chance to run. Wow.
Gary Williams unable to convert the layup.
That may be the dagger right there. That was about as wide open a shot as Zuri Williams is going to have all night. He's now 0 for 4. And now we're under 2 minutes.
McLean drive, Canseo can't get it to go. Kutlasic put it in, it's not going to count. Or is it?
I think they're going to get Niven with the loose ball foul before the shot.
They got it on Canseo, so he's going to shoot free throws. So with 1:51 left to go, I didn't think I'd be saying the Cougars have an 11-point lead after looking the way they did in that first half and part of that second half. Cougars about to improve their record to 5-4, 1-0 in conference play.
Now, this has been a 25-point swing. Actually, the Cougars led by as many as 13 as they've gotten this lead extended. So it was actually a 27-point swing.
Both free throws no good. But they're going to get a loose ball foul on
Patar. Yeah, hand in the back on the rebound.
Only the 15th foul.
And if the Cougars can squeak away with this win, and Patar having gone 0 for from the floor, I mean, that is bonus and a half.
Kendall Brown blocked by Mawugbe. Here comes. That's the first time this year you've had a chance to do that. And McLean's going to go to the free throw line being fouled by Kobe Williams.
I don't want to see a finger wag per se, but I kind of do, you know what I mean?
Team foul. Gary McLean, free throw line.
Good old Dikembe.
First free throw by McLean is good. Aaron Purnell going to check back in.
Well, we saw Ben Tafahema go down crashing to the floor in the first half. It was not a pretty sight. But he came back out for halftime warm-ups. He hasn't seen the floor. I don't think McLean has left the floor at all. I mean, kudos to him for really sucking it up and leading this team in the second half. Oh, boy.
Long three is good. by Kobe Williams.
That was a great defensive play by Mandrell Worthy with the block. It just one of those times again where it got tipped out to a guy just sitting in the corner, happened to be there by himself, and the 3 ball went down. But still, just $1:25 left to go in this game, and the Cougars up double digits at 10.
Darian McLean had 11 minutes in that first half. He's up to 28 minutes now, so 17. Yeah, I thought last time out, so he has not left the floor. .125 to go, 67-57 is your score. Courtside alongside Josh Banker, my name is Steve Stillwell, hanging out at the Felix Event Center.
Hey, let's do this again. Maybe Saturday?
We might.
Okay.
We just very well might do that. Point Loma, the Sea Lions find their way to the Felix Event Center. We've had a chance to take a look at the Lady Sea Lions several times. That's going to be a fun one.
That's going to be a great game.
Roya Rustamzada, Alex Bronk against the 10-1 Cougars. Now the press. And a reach-in foul by Aaron Purnell.
It's kind of a funky way the schedule lines up for the Cougars because after Saturday, as you mentioned earlier, they've got 4 straight road games to end 2017. Then they got a couple of home games, a couple of road games, and then they've got a stretch where they've got 6 out of 8 at home between the middle-ish end of January through the middle of February. So if the Cougars, they've got some tough road games before this before 2017 ends. They got to go to Dixie State and Concordia. Brutal.
Holy Names and Notre Dame de Namur sandwiched in between those two.
January 6th.
Mark your calendar, baby. January 6th. Viola's in town. Jumper by Purnell is no good. Worthy comes away with the board. The only problem with that is Viola's going to be on winter break.
Yep.
And the Cougars will be just coming back from winter break, so we'll see how packed the Felix Event Center is going to be.
It's that game February 3rd at Biola that's going to be really interesting. Both teams, or both students, will be back in classes. And it's a Saturday night, I do believe.
It is. It's the eve of the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
February 4th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. McLean knocks down the first free throw. 1:08 to go. 71-57. The Cougars lead it by 14. Their largest lead of the night. Largest lead either team has had is 14. 3 ball by Long is too strong. Langerveld going to bring it into the front court. Don't really need to do much more here. You just dribble out for 30 seconds and get a good-looking shot.
Well, Julius Barnes right in front of us yelling no foul. Thank you, Julius. Much obliged.
If the Cougars just dribble out this clock, then Academy of Art can just dribble it out for the 30 seconds and we can head on home. McLean just throws up a wild shot. Is he going to get 2 or 3? He's going to get 3. Darian McLean can crack the 20-point barrier. 17 on the night so far. 5 for 5 from the line. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. But, we can get a little more. Take a look how many steals he's got. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, no blocks, 4 steals. Not bad.
Justin Leslie's really kind of shortened his bench here in this second half. We've seen Worthy and we've seen Canseo, but we didn't see Tafahema obviously in the second half. We didn't see Beckvar. We didn't see Beatstra. He's pretty much ran the same 7 guys out there for this entire second half.
Almost a steal by Langerveld. Conway, Maxwell, Purnell for 3. In and out. And Langerveld corrals what should be the final rebound of the night. As he's just going to bring it into the front court and dribble out. The final 10 seconds. The Cougars were down by as many as 14 points. And they come away with a 17-point victory, a 31-point turnaround. Josh Baker, the Cougars are now 5-4 on the year and 1-0 in Pac West play.
Well, Barbara Walters will be happy because the 2020 of Darian McLean and Corey Langerveld sparked this Cougar team, especially in the second half. And what were we harping about at halftime? Get Corey Langerveld more opportunities. He was perfect in that first half. He finished with 20 points and 7 rebounds, and Darian McLean really ringing it in on the offensive side, just getting this team under control. 20 points. He was 8 of 8 at the line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and those 4 steals, as you mentioned, for Mr. McLean.
Well, and halftime adjustments, Justin Leslie said something to his team, and he lit a fire under them. They came out a little sluggish to start that second half, but when they turned it on, they didn't stop, and it was high octane, high fast pace, up and down the floor, and they were able to come away with a 17-point victory. But it doesn't get any easier as the Sea Lions come into town on Saturday night.
Yeah, that should be a fun one. Those are at 1 and 3 on Saturday afternoon, so if you are within earshot, definitely get down here for the doubleheader. We'll have that broadcast for you as well if you cannot be here, and that should be a fun one. Always a good time when the Sea Lions are here.
Absolutely. Once again, I want to say thank you to the media services staff that made us look good and sound good. And once again, for Josh Baker, my name is Steve Stillwell. Final score from the event center. The Cougars improved their record to 5-4 and 1-0 in Pac West play as they defeat the Academy of Art Urban Knights 74-57. Good night, everybody.
Good night.